Hey, dude.
Oh, hey, dude, what's up?
Not a whole lot. More drama in the Halo community, and Frank O'Connor, I guess, said something stupid. Something about how the rec system in Halo 5 was well liked and it was unintrusive or something like that. I think I'm gonna make a video on it, but
The fuck?
you know what? You want to hear what he said?
Yeah.
All right, so I think I've got the quote. All right, I've got it right here. This is bunk. We're not re-evaluating anything significant, at least. And Microsoft isn't designing anything for the next game. 343 is. We watched the EA Battlefront thing with the curiosity you'd expect, but our current rec system is player-focused and well-liked and unintrusive as far as these things go.
What? Are you fucking kidding me, you stupid motherfucker? That has to be the most fucking idiotic thing I've ever heard anyone say about fucking Halo 5's microtransactions. Why the fuck?
Okay, I guess I'm gonna let him calm down for a few minutes.
A few minutes later.
You stupid bald-headed casual f***.
Okay, did you get it out of your system?
Yeah, I need to talk about this right now.
Well, good thing I'm gonna be recording a video. Hey everyone, GamerJlee here, and welcome back to another video. And as you guys heard, we are pretty pissed about this, and I have Insane Matt joining me for one of these special podcast-styled videos where we sit down and we talk about things that are going on that are kind of important. And Matt, this is kind of important, huh?
Oh yeah, this is really important.
Because the fact that he said that the microtransactions in Halo 5 were well liked and unintrusive to the game is a fucking outright PR bullshit lie.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you say it's liked, that's a lie. That is a lie.
Right. It might be liked by, Microsoft shills and sellouts and fanboys, but by the majority of the community, it was not liked. And a lot of us were very vocal about how we felt about cosmetic, things that we've had since like Halo 2 and 3 being locked away behind a, microtransaction wall. You know what I mean?
343 knows that too, and I don't know why he came out and just said that all of a sudden.
Right, like, think of it this way. Like, think of all the things that were locked behind this wall, behind a microtransaction and the progression system of Halo 5. Like, if you got to a certain level, you would unlock a new emblem. I would be totally okay with that. You get that little level 20 rec pack, right? And you open it and you get a certain emblem that you're supposed to get. I would be okay with that. But the fact that there's, armor and there's, emblems and visors and everything else hidden behind a microtransaction, that to me is very intrusive. That's the definition of intrusive when your past games have had these options, right?
Yeah. Right, and the thing is, what makes it even more intrusive for me is that they purposely like duplicate these armors and skins and helmets and whatever the fuck they are,
right?
Just so it would make it harder for you to get what you want. So they're literally like, take advantage of fucking human psychology or whatever the fucking gambling because it's addicting.
Right, it's addictive, and basically what they're trying to get you to do is basically give up on the idea of, grinding through these levels to earn rec packs and rec points and whatever the fuck, and just get your wallet and throw money at them. And I know people, including myself, because I made this mistake in the past, who did this. We basically said, you know what? I'm not having fun playing this game, but I want to be part of the cool kids club. Let me just throw my wallet at it and try and solve the problem that way, It was that bad. And the worst part is, like, there were armors. Like, I remember that they had this bundle of helmets, right? And you could either spend, like, 150,000 rec points or something like that, or you could spend $10. Like, I think the majority of people would be like, okay, either I have to grind a fuck ton of matches this entire week, or B, I just spent $10. And I guarantee you the majority of people just spent $10.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shortcut.
Right, exactly. And that's not even getting into the Warzone side of things. Like, if you look at Warzone, Warzone was a game mode that had a lot of potential, but when you look at how tied to microtransactions it was, especially with the month of Mythic, you remember that crap that we talked about that one time.
Yes, that was a terrible time.
Well, and the worst part is you can still get those packs. You can still get them through a kind of like I wouldn't call it a glitch in the system, but through the Xbox store. Like if I go to, I'm gonna actually do this live right now. If I go to the Xbox official site, right, and I go and search up Halo 5 Guardians, and I go to where is it? There it is. If I go and see Xbox One games, Halo 5 Guardians, and I go to all, and I scroll down, right?
Yeah.
You can still buy the Norfang Month of Mythic. You can still buy it.
Of course you can.
Like, oh, and they also still have the Spanker Prime and the TARDIS Gavel. And the fucking Prophet's Bane. Like, I almost want to see if you actually get the item if you buy this right now.
You just don't.
Like,
just don't.
Well, and they give you a discount. They give you $1 discount if you have Game Pass. Which, by the way, they announced today they're doing something actually consumer friendly with the Game Pass. But like, it's intrusive as hell. This whole thing, this whole system of the rec packs and these items you get out of them is intrusive. Because here's the thing. You thought, like, did you think that, like, if they didn't have it as a microtransaction, that Warzone was a pretty fun mode?
It was okay. I thought it was okay.
Right, like, that's a big chunk of the game, though, and a lot of content came out for that, and just the fact that, you know, customization, like, basic customization was locked behind that. Like, none of the armor pieces you got through leveling up, you had to get the rec pack system.
Yeah.
Like imagine if this happened in Halo 3, right? Let's say that basically you had to get Hayabusa by unlocking these rec packs. You had to go and buy the rec packs, and either it would be a random thing, like either you would get the Hayabusa piece, or you would get an assault rifle for a insane multiplayer mode or some shit, you know? It would have been terrible. It
would have made it less valuable too. Like Recon, man. Remember, everyone was like, "Oh man, you have Recon. You must be really good at the game, or you're a Bungie employee or whatever." Right? Oh, you got Hayabusa. That's cool as fuck.
Wow, you actually worked your ass off to get that? Yeah.
And now it'd be like, if this was in Halo 3, like, "Oh, you have Hayabusa. Who cares?"
Right, you spent money?
Like,
who fucking cares? And the thing is they're trading the idea of player skill and dedication for fuck you, give us money.
Exactly.
That's literally what they're trading it for. And that's I guess the most upsetting part is that Frank O'Connor, who has been a part of this, I think as far back as Halo 2, that's when I remember first seeing him, is now saying this isn't intrusive at all, and that we're still going to basically have this in Halo 6.
Yeah, it's not going to go away.
If the rec system is exactly the same as it is in Halo 6, with armor and customization options that were in Halos 2, 3, Reach, 4, this has been in 5 games basically, with ODST, counting ODST, because you had to unlock shit in that. In 5 games, that's been in 5 games, and if this is in Halo 6, I'm kind of on the same pathway as a lot of the people who's covered this story. I've already said this. If Halo 6 is just like Halo 5, I'm gone. I'm leaving the community,
Yeah, if it is like that, I'm not going to get the game at all. Fuck
right.
that.
Exactly. And I'll still call them out on their bullshit, but I'm not going to buy the game. Especially if that's what we're hearing, is that these armors that, have been so a part of the community, and these customization options that have been a part of the community have, are just going to be tied into the microtransactions again. And this made me really think about this, right? Think of all the stuff that came out during these free updates that basically were tied to the microtransactions. Think of some of these were just free updates that you had to work to get. You remember that assassination I've got in Halo 5 Guardians that I call Suplex City, bitch?
Yeah.
Where it's called Long Dart or something, and literally you pick him up and you slam him face first into the ground on his head, and I always yell Suplex City, bitch. Imagine if I had to get that, I had to perform 50 assassinations or something with the regular assassination, and then I get a different one, and I have to use that one and get 100 assassinations, Like,
yeah,
that would have been something I could get behind, Like, I would get behind working my ass off and, sneaking up on people and assassinating them, if that meant I get to do a suplex to someone, because everyone knows I love suplexes. Right. So
yeah, now everyone just has to rely on luck to get what they want, and that's not okay.
Right, exactly. It's not okay whatsoever. And honestly, guys, I don't know how exactly, things are going to play out, but if this is true, if this is what Halo 6 is going to be like, I promise you, if this is what they're planning, and if when we first see Halo 6, it looks more of the same shit, then I'm going to be backing away, backpedaling. And I'll just stick with MCC. I guess the main thing I'm trying to say and get out of this is that we don't want more systems that are based on using money and paying to customize. Like, I understand that video games are getting more and more expensive to make, but the problem is that it's taking away features that we've had in previous games and slapping a price tag on it, where it used to be that you would have to have player skill, you would have to have dedication to beat Halo 3 on Legendary to get the EVA and the EOD and all those different armors, right? You would have had to have dedication to get the 1000 gamer score, to get the katana body piece. You would have had to have dedication to find all the gold skulls in Halo 3 to get the Hayabusa armor. You would have had to have dedication to play through the game and get all of the Vidmaster achievements to, actually unlock that armor. And they added something like this during Halo 5's lifespan, which was the Achilles, armor. I don't think you ever saw that, right, Matt?
No, I didn't.
It's basically like a Spartan's helmet, like the old Spartans of the old Roman, myth, right? Like with the emblem with the mohawk.
Yeah,
it's a helmet that looks like that, and it was so cool, and everyone wanted it. And they did do something like this. You had to work as a Spartan company and reach certain goals to unlock this armor, and that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's something I'd be willing to work for, because that was their equivalent of recon armor in Halo 6. But the truth is that it wasn't that tempting, because a lot of people already had left the community, because the rest of the armor was behind a microtransaction.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, I wasn't even trying to get that armor. I had a Spartan company, and everyone was messaging me saying, hey, can we work on getting Achilles? I said, guys, I'm not going to play. Like, I just don't really care. I'm not going to go try hard trying to unlock something whenever I don't even enjoy the game.
Yeah, I agree.
It puts a bad taste in your mouth, and honestly, I just don't know where Halo 6 is going to be able to make any progress.
And not if they include microtransactions the way they are right now, it's not.
Well, exactly, and you'd think whenever he puts in the quote, we watch the EA Battlefront thing with the curiosity you'd expect. I think you would expect us to hear you say there won't be any microtransactions.
Yeah, like, oh, we don't want that to happen to us. Fuck that. We'll listen to you guys. But no, you have to act like we like it. Are you dumb?
Right, and
Have you seen the outrage? Disney literally made them take down the microtransactions.
Exactly. And the thing is about it is it seems like they're picking and choosing who they want to hear from. They're picking and choosing the community members they want to listen to. They'll listen to the guy on the left and they'll listen to the guy on the right, but the guy in the middle who's screaming at them that they don't want this, they won't listen. They won't listen. They're like, oh, well, guy on the right says it's okay. Guy on the left says it's okay. But guy in the middle, go fuck yourself. You're a motherfucker. You hear me?
Oh, did you say something? I didn't hear you.
Right, exactly. Sorry, you're too far away from what we want. We don't want to hear it. Like, that's what I'm saying, is that that's the kind of thing they're going for, is that they want to hear what they want to hear. And it's sad. It's sad, and honestly, this is making me now worried more about that whole thing of cut content in the game at launch.
Right.
That makes me even more worried because think of all the things that we just got back Oddball, for fuck's sake, as a custom game finally.
Yeah, that's a whole different story.
Right. It's a different story. But this is a slippery slope. This is the first sign. This is the first sign of Halo 6 being a game I'm not going to want to be involved with. And if there's more signs, I'm going to back away from this thing faster than you can say Master Chief. Like,
Master Chief.
I'm running. No, like... It's just sad. It really is. And Frank O'Connor, I know that you've responded to this from certain community members, and you'll probably never hear what I have to say, but this cannot be how Halo 6 goes. Halo 6, customization options or paid to win options like the rec system cannot be in Halo 6. And your quote was so off that it is almost disturbing. The lack of honesty, it felt like. It feels like a lack of honesty, in my opinion. Right, Matt?
Right. No, I totally agree.
It basically sounds like you're not listening to the community, even though
he's being ignorant.
Exactly. That's the word I was looking for, is, being ignorant to what the community is truly saying. And you may be making hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever the hell, because I forget how much the total was the first week Halo 5 came out of how much you made, but I can promise you, I've seen people do these rec pack openings and stuff and basically pushing the idea of spending money, and it seems like they're just following their own agenda and then saying, well, here's proof that people aren't, upset about this. This guy liked it. And then look at the guy's video. It's got like 800 dislikes and like 100 likes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's really funny because I had agreed with Duststorm a long time ago on this before Halo 5 even came out. Where he was basically talking about, if they don't get Halo 5 right because of what Halo 4 did, Halo's done. Like, it's dead. And I'm surprised it isn't as dead as it should be, really. So if they really don't get Halo 6 right, it's for sure a done deal. It's done. And if they really don't look at it and be like, okay, what do we have to do right? If they just keep doing the same shit because of corporate greed, they're gonna bury themselves a very deep hole.
Right. And here's the thing about it, and the honest truth about it is that Duststorm said that, right? If they don't get Halo 5 Guardians right, there's no coming back for Halo. Yet the day after Halo 5 Guardians was released, back when I was listening to Podtacular, he was sitting there defending the hell out of it. He was sitting there just saying, it's different. You just don't like it because it's different. No, dude. We don't like it because it's missing content and it's got a pay-to-win game mode and the features that we had in Halos 2, 3, Reach, 4, and what else do we have? Oh, ODST customization are locked behind a paywall. And I'm hating to say this, I think the reason why his whole mentality changed is because throughout the entire year before the game came out, he kept getting care package after care package from Microsoft and 343 Industries of free shit.
Oh.
That's why I feel this way about that. And I know he's a good dude. I know that Godzilla Todd is a good dude. But that's bullshit. You say one thing, but after it comes out and after your friends from 343 Industries have given you something, you're feeling a little bit different. And honestly, if I see a package on my doorstep from 343 or Microsoft, that bitch is going back. I'm going to say to the UPS guy, put that back on your truck. I don't want it. You know? It bugs me. It just bugs me, the amount of ignorance that is coming out of this man's mouth. Someone who basically left Bungie to work for Microsoft because they knew that Halo was going away after Reach. And that they were going to be in charge of it, and they thought he was the best guy for the job.
Yeah, Halo 6 is definitely... It's probably, at this rate, unless they announce something that's totally going to go back on the roots or whatever, it's not going to sell much, I don't think. It'll sell because it has Halo in the name. Yeah. But it might be even the lowest selling Halo game of all time besides like ODST.
Well, and here's the thing about it is that right now this is the first, slip on the road to Halo 6. And if they don't get it right, if they basically, don't start, making changes. Like, we got some good news. There's going to be split screen in the game in Halo 6.
That's one thing that's good.
There's going to be that, but here's the thing. This was the major problem with Halo 5 was two things. Cut content at launch, and if there's more cut content at launch and it feels like it's cut content, I'm not going to play it. And microtransactions. Now, the thing is if the rec pack system was only for Warzone, right, Matt? Mm-hmm. If it was only for Warzone, I wouldn't give a shit. Because I'd be like, guess what? I'm just not going to play Warzone. I'm not going to play Warzone. Okay? I'm just not going to buy it. And I'm not going to buy the rec packs, even with my points. I just wouldn't do it. But the thing is they took emblems that were in the past games. They took customization like visors, helmets, and body pieces, and everything else, and threw them in a gold little card pack and said, hey, you want that shiny new helmet that we just released in this free update that was in Halo 3? We'll go gamble for it.
So ridiculous, God.
It is. So, guys, let us know what you think about what Frank O'Connor said in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like on the video. If not, and if you disagree with us, leave a dislike. But if you are going to leave a dislike, go down in that comment section down below and let me know why. Let me know why you disagree with our opinion of this whole situation. And let us know. Let us know why you feel that way. Maybe you can change your mind, or maybe you can add a little more context. But in all honesty, I don't see any other way about this. It seems ignorant to me. It seems ignorant to what the community has been saying for years. And honestly, it was one of the things that made me not want to even touch the Halo Wars 2 multiplayer. But that's for a different day. So guys, if you would also like to, you can go down in the description down below and you can check out my Twitter. I tweet on there almost every single day, and there's some pretty funny memes over there at the moment after we created one on my last video of unboxing Sonic Adventure, soundtracks. But yeah, go check that out. I post some wicked memes and talk to other members of the community.
Hey, it's lit memes, mint memes,
yes. And then down below, you also have a link to my Twitch channel where me and Matt just started our playthrough of Sonic Adventure 2 over on Twitch. 3 hours of content. We just played through the entire hero story, and next week we're gonna start the villain story. And hell, even if we might have enough time, we might even do the epilogue story if we get that far. So go over there, hit that follow button, and make sure that you have your notifications on for whenever we go live. You also have down at the very bottom the link to our Discord. Yes, our Discord channel, which has been growing quite fast over the past year and has a huge supply of members and community members that love to chat it up. There's all sorts of sections to talk in, including a dedicated looking for group. If you want to find a friend or find someone to play some video games with or hunt achievements for, you can find them there in our Discord. So go ahead, check those out if you like. But as always, guys, GamerJlee, Insane Matt, signing out.
See you guys.